We're in the ghetto today. My ring light, like my leg, is broke. I'm injured, so I was like, I've been out, obviously. We're gonna catch up later. Right now, I'm doing an unpopular opinions list. Yes, get into it. We're going along with the trend. I am so hungry. I'm gonna order Taco Bell. Number 1. Creative doesn't automatically equal good. And I know I'm gonna contradict myself later when I go to my next one. But creative doesn't always mean good. It can be creative in a creative mess. For example, Huna. I feel like her music and her image was just much more put together and polished when she was under Cube. And the quality was better. Yeah, she's more creative now. And she still looks like a doll, but it seems to be a mess in a way that may not be intentional. 2. Beauty standards. Yeah, if you agree that K-pop is about pretty people singing to you, entertaining you, and making you feel happy, why the hell do you expect their looks to be a topic? You gotta get over that. You gotta get over that or pick a different genre, because it's big colonizer energy for the international stands that want to enforce our Western beauty standards on Korean idols and judge the Korean public for what they find beautiful. That is a whole nother country. I mean, maybe they're not as far away from us as it might look like on a map here in America, but that is a whole nother country. And toxic. Meanwhile, they don't understand that Kim Kardashian looks the way she does because she gets the same amount of plastic surgery as they do. Plastic surgery is a high school graduation gift. Worried about the wrong thing. They have to turn in pictures of themselves with their job applications. Worried about the wrong thing. Gen 2 is not overrated. Gen 2 is still the most creative generation, especially when it comes to styling. Now people just have like a color palette that kind of fits the vibe of the song. There aren't any iconic outfits. I guess I know we moved away from wacky, but we could still give iconic looks, i.e. twice as TT. Perfect. Might even be better than G, honestly. But you didn't hear that from me. Competition, the freedom of idols, or at least the freedom of companies to have items act in a more free and liberated manner for the fun mess and the fun angst and drama that was able to happen. Now, there's the sensitivity, there's that weird babying of idols that didn't let Gen 3 groups grow up within their concept, so they had to change into an entirely new concept for them to like act as adults. That was a whole thing. It's still a whole thing. People don't evolve anymore. They just put on a different outfit. They just do something else. CLC is a prime example of that. I like to call Gen 3 performance and company shenanigans, especially with IOI. That was peak Gen 3, 2017. Good company drama though, I will say. Like, the difference between Gen 2 and Gen 3 is that the drama was around the idols and their fan bases more. But in Gen 3, it was more about companies, mismanagement, all that. JYP is a creep. Even if he's not responsible, he oversees like styling and stuff. And he's still a creep. Even if we can respect him for his work or laugh at him sometimes because he's the funny uncle, even though that's like a common cover for that type of guy. Yuna from ITZY. Yeah, she looks like she got into her older sister's clothing every time she's on stage. And I'm just like, okay, so this is common. Like, we understand rent was due with Suzuyu. Okay, he had her doing that commercial. It was clear rent was due. Daehyun said that Twice saved their company, so I believed. But remember when Hyuna was in Wonder Girls and she was a sexy member at 14? Yeah, I remember that. And then like Yuna, she was like, what, 15 when ITZY debuted? Her outfits were something else, especially in the later eras, and I'm just like, so who's dressing this girl? I talk about people sexualizing idols. First of all, idols are automatically, especially if they're adults. And if you're adult and you're conventionally attractive and you're saying that you like someone, the implication is that somewhere down the road you're gonna want to hump. Like, that's just like a thing. So like, even when they have innocent concepts, why do you think they're doing close-ups on their mouths and like doing awkwardly slight movements that don't necessarily make sense in the general context, but it looks cute or it makes you feel tingly? Yeah. The problem is like with the Produce 48, whichever one IOI came from, Whichever one Eyes One came from. That one. Why is the youngest member the center? Yeah. And even with Produce 101, Somi was the center, and the cameraman couldn't keep the camera off her ass. Both these young women are like 15 at the time. Excuse me, Korea, you have a serious problem. We're not gonna even get into what someone called Produce 101. We're just not gonna get into that because I think Pick Me is a bop, and I want to enjoy it and dance like a hoe at a rave in peace. I just put in my order for Taco Bell. Yeah, Taco Bell. I forgot I was doing a hair mask. Okay, so it's gonna be clear that Loona is gonna be one of those groups that has like filler comebacks basically. And they're like high quality, but it's like high quality filler. Like they're aesthetically pleasing. The important members, Odd-Eyed Circle and the other three, they're gonna be aesthetically pleasing. And then you have the background dancers. It's like if the starter project showed like Loona as like orbs, right? Everybody has their distinct colors. Odd-Eyed Circle's colors are in everything because they're the most important. Obviously, Choeri runs them. Those are her bitches. For Hi, everyone went white, so they can blend together and showcase themselves as one like unified thing. However, over time, you would expect everyone to like, get their colors back and then be able to alternate and show everybody their thing. But no, this is not how things work. This is not how things work at all. The most important ones get their colors back. They get like, like Odd-Eyed Circle. Their eye color and their powers are in every video. And then the other ones, they just kind of get like cute neutral styling and then a clip or so. And they're filler space basically, just for the concept. It's pretty obvious. Why not got Star's budget? Star should have been Loona's big comeback. It sounds epic. It sounds like they're whirling around in like a planetary storm looking for their lost member. Looking like deep into the depths of the planet, the next stone that links them to fucking Jin Soul or something. Lionheart was a mistake. The single should have been Check. Would have been SNSD big comeback. Sexy comeback too. They haven't had one since Genie. And it was like one of the only songs that didn't need Jessica. Imagine the production. Lionheart made them sound like hags. They made them sound like they were aging out of being idols. And then like with like All Night, they sound like hags. I like the songs, but the way that SM planned their comebacks after Jessica was like has-beens. It was giving has-been hag energy.